Oh, new RFS lens, 10-18, Sigma. Well, that is interesting. So I've had this lens for the last couple of days on the front of the R7, a 10-18mm f2.8 RFS lens. And that's particularly exciting because this is the first time we've been able to go hands-on with a third-party lens in the RF ecosystem. Yes, it's RFS, so it's for aps-c cameras. So I've got it on the R7 here, but that is very exciting because Sigma makes some beautiful lenses, and the idea of having them in that RF ecosystem is fantastic for lots of reasons. They're generally a little bit more affordable. They offer some great optics. I mean, you love to see it, right? And we're starting with a nice small lens, so 10-18, f2.8, nice fast aperture, good wide angle zoom option. So super versatile, super usable for all kinds of stuff, whether you're shooting stuff like this, content creation stuff, out and about, landscape photography. There's loads of stuff you can do with a lens like that. It's just very, very usable. And with an f2.8 aperture, it really opens up a lot of possibilities for how much light you can let in, which means you can shoot nice low light stuff. You can, shoot into the evening, maybe even go out and shoot some star shots. I would have done that if it wasn't for all the clouds, but that's a different story. And as the first third-party lens in that RF ecosystem, Sigma have done a really nice job of keeping this nice and small, nice and lightweight, fits perfectly on the front of a camera like the R7, like this. And it does exactly what you'd expect, a nice wide angle option. The images look great, they're nice and sharp. Even shooting wide open at f2.8, it's lovely and sharp, shooting landscape stuff. I wasn't having any major problems with vignetting, which is something I look out for with a lens like this. Vignetting, distortion, those were not things that I felt like I was having to combat massively. And the actual design of the lens itself as well is very minimal, right? It's very, very sleek and straightforward. You've got the zoom ring at the front, which is pretty small, but then it's a pretty small lens, so it's understandable. And the manual focus ring at the back. Now, for someone like me, I've got reasonably big hands. Is it a little bit small to operate like that? A little bit, but is that a massive problem? I mean, how often am I really having an issue with that? Not very often. And the only way to remedy that would be to make the lens bigger, which would defeat the point of having a nice small wide angle lens on the front of this. So it's not really a problem. Otherwise, there is no AF/MF switch. There is no other control, actually. I personally don't mind that at all. You can control everything else from the camera if you want to. So why not keep the lens nice and minimal, nice and sleek, and nice and small as well? Because then you don't need any more real estate on the lens for different controls. This is going to be fantastic for not just photographers, but videographers as well. This kind of focal length allows you to do so much stuff, whether it is stuff like vlogging, moving shots. It's much easier to keep it nice and smooth because it's so wide. So if you're doing tracking shots, anything like that, it's going to look great on a lens like this. And it just expands the options you have in that ecosystem, which I think is always a great thing. And I can't wait to see what comes next. If you want to check out the full spec and the pricing and all the stuff about this lens, I'll pop a link down in the description so you can go and check that out for yourself. Otherwise, let me know what you think. Are you excited about this one? Are you excited about maybe the future? Let me know what you think about that. I'd love to know. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well because there's new content all the time. I'll see you in the next video. But until then, as always, thanks for watching.